Computer. Okay, it's recording. Okay, we're good. We're recording. All right, so would you mind just introducing yourself to everyone? So, what is your name?
Hey everyone, my name is Joseph Grant. I'm 22 years old. I just graduated in the spring from LaSalle University, where I majored in middle level education with a focus in math.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Megan McNamee. I graduated from LaSalle in 2020. I was a social work major.
And you're now a new teacher within this new world, as you know, with coronavirus, the pandemic, everything happening really all around us. So let's bring it back 4 years from now. You're just starting out LaSalle, you're a freshman, you're new to this whole world of academia and starting to get into your major, but also kind of discovering who you are, what do you want to be a part of, what groups, clubs, etc. So why did you really choose LaSalle, and for what reason were you drawn to it? Like, let's take away the money aspect, not it's more in depth. So like, why LaSalle?
I wanted to go to LaSalle because I really liked the whole service aspect of it. For me, it made it feel more of a home. But not only the service aspect, the education piece. I think going into a neighborhood like LaSalle and doing service, it's really important to have that education piece, especially coming from a predominantly white suburban neighborhood.
The location of LaSalle, being that I'm from Philadelphia, I think it just was going to be a smoother transition for me. I also really liked that it was a small school, so I felt very confident coming in because I knew that I wasn't going to be in a lecture hall of like 100 people.
LaSalle University, which is located at 1900 West Alany Avenue, was founded by the Christian Brothers, who are service-rooted in solidarity and justice. The LaSallian educational vision renews its call for us to stand with those impoverished and marginalized, to identify inequality and exclusion created by society, and actively respond not merely with charity, but with courage, creativity, and compassion. Throughout your college career, you were a part of a lot of organizations and clubs that really had service as a foundation. You were a McGuire Scholar, and you were also a part of immersion trips leading to North Carolina and El Paso. Can you really describe how you got into service at LaSalle, how you were, introduced to these immersion trips, and what impact it had on you, maybe throughout your college career, that made you keep on going to these places and being a part of these organizations as well?
So I started doing service at LaSalle because of my friend Bobby. He had brought me to Special Olympics, and I met people through Special Olympics who were also involved in other service opportunities at LaSalle, like the immersion trips and Feed Philadelphia, and I continued to go to those places as well. And then eventually it led me to social work because I always knew that I wanted to be in a helping profession. I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to do.
I would say it all started out as a requirement. For the McGuire Scholar, you're required to do 3 hours a week of some type of volunteering or service. So pretty much I just started going to neighborhood tutoring because it was a requirement at first, but then I really grew to love it and enjoy it. And I, by the end, I was a coordinator. So that was definitely how I first got involved. And then from there on out, it was pretty much word of mouth. Hearing different people in the service groups that I would join, talking about the LIVE programs was definitely a reason I wanted to get involved. And then I would say that coordinating the trip to El Paso, Texas was definitely like the most impactful.
The LaSallian Immersion and Volunteer Program gives students an experience and perspective like never before. Some trips that are included are Blackfeet, Montana, Habitat for Humanity, Project Appalachia, Coastal Development Project, El Otro Lado, Project Haiti, and Project Mupendo. Some of these trips are included right here in the United States, and others are offered abroad and around the world.
If I went on as a volunteer to Habitat for Humanity, and I think the really cool thing about LaSalle is that you're not just doing service, you're not just going somewhere and helping the community, you're also throughout the entire semester doing an education piece, which I think is super important. You can't just go into somebody's community and start fixing things without being educated.
This was definitely one of my most impactful service experiences because I really just got to learn about different things that people go through in our country that seem so foreign to us because it's so far away. But their experience, just hearing their experiences was definitely really humbling.